Hey guys, so welcome back to another video here. So today we're gonna be seeing some battles from the Holiday Cup, and I won all the 5 games in one set. I know there is only one set because the meta is changing tomorrow, but still there is time. You can easily use this team. It's an anti-Vigoroth team. So as you know, any specialized cup which allows normal type Pokemon, it's just Vigoroth's territory. Vigoroth is very common in this meta, even Lantern as well, but we can absolutely come up with it. Do not worry because of a Dewgong safe swap. So hopping on to the first battle here. So Runerigus on the lead versus the Lantern. Now it's a very positive matchup for the Lantern especially. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to soften the Lantern up because my whole Dragonite as well, but it needs shield as well. So Lantern is pretty tough to handle with this team, but it's okay. Sandstorm, we do get a shield. So it is really much important that you build up to the Shadow Ball if you want to bait, because if the opponent counts the moves properly, and in comes a Dubwool here. Now Dubwool is once again, it's a really cool Pokemon, but it has access to payback. Now Vigoroth also is a normal type Pokemon, but it has access to Body Slam and Rock Slide. Rock Slide being especially resisted on the Runerigus, but this Dubwool has Wild Charge. So Wild Charge and Payback almost consist of 5 double kicks as the fast move, so it's very much important that you know, and Wild Charge does absolutely nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Sand Tomb here. I'm not much worried about the Lantern in the back because I've already got like a shield from them, and they're only one shield behind. Now, even though if they want to throw the Body Slam, it's resisted, double kick, resisted, everything is just resisted. The Lantern decides to come back in, and I'm going to just fire off the Shadow Ball here. No wasting time at all. Just send the Shadow Ball, and you either get the Lantern down or you get a shield. If you throw a Sand Tomb and they do not shield, that's the worst case scenario possible. So the Lantern decides to go ahead and throw the Surf. So I'm going to come in with the Dragonite. I know I can win the CMP type, but they safe swap onto a Skeleturge. Now this is very much important. See, Dewgong, you might be wondering, come on, Dewgong can't win against a Lantern. It's an electric type Pokemon. But let me tell you that Dewgong actually wins, my friends. Dewgong actually wins because now they are forced to throw the energy. If it's a Surf, I guess we barely survive. I don't know. No, we do not survive. It's okay. So Dewgong is going to come in. You're going to think that, okay, Thunderbolt KOs from this range. But let me tell you, my friends, Dewgong is one of the best Pokemons in the Great League or any Super Special Cup which is available. It's just so versatile. I don't know why I love using Dewgong, and boom, Lantern goes down. Even though the Thunderbolt lands, Dewgong was able to survive with a good amount of HP though, where we can get to the drill run in time, right? So hopping on to the second battle, we have, see, Dewgong is absolutely the MVP of this team. I mean, it carries out pretty well because Dragonite being so glassy, you know, like it almost KOs any charge move KOs the Dragonite from any range. So in this we have Gligar. Now Gligar absolutely can shred my Runerigus with Aerial Ace and Dig as well. Dig being neutral, Aerial Ace being super effective. But we can fight back with Shadow Ball, and we do get a shield. And what I'm trying to do in my mind is that, okay, they have a flyer. Try to read this. They have a flyer. So I'm going to bring in my Dewgong straight away, and my opponent does not swap out. And they swap out pretty much late, which allows me to go for the Icy Wind because it makes the matchup a lot harder for the Jellicent. If now they throw a Shadow Ball, it's just heavily debuffed. You will see how Dewgong, it just does nothing. And they need almost 5 access to go. And I can absolutely win it with double drill run here. And at the same time, our switch clocks is not aligned properly. It's misaligned. So that's the reason why I will have an upper opportunity. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shield this. And I'm going to keep my Dewgong alive because those Ice Shards will prove very costly. And now you can say I wanted to try to snipe in, but we catch the Surf anyway. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to wait till the switch lock comes up. I think I'm going to come in with my Dragonite here. Yes, I'm going to come in with the Dragonite, hard farm the Jellicent down. And even though if the Gligar comes in, I'm going to no shield because Dig is not very effective. Aerial Ace, it of course hurts, but it's not enough to like threaten a shield from the Dragonite. I know it's pretty glassy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sacrifice my Dragonite. And in the last moment, I decide, no, let Dragonite be. I mean, the energy is going to be very crucial from the Dragonite in the back end. And in the back, it's, I don't know what it was. I think it was a Serperior in the back there. No, it's a Meganium. Now, I'm going to come in right away with the Dewgong here because I don't want this Meganium to get to the Frenzy Plant in time. I'm going to shoot off the Icy Wind because it's going to make things very hard for the Meganium here. And my Dragonite will be able to survive a little bit longer with the fast moves because of the Icy Wind debuff. It also hit for the super effective damage. Beautiful Dragonite just coming in and closing up with the superpower. And Dragon Claw as well as the superpower both do some really good damage here. So, hopping on to the next one, we have, I think this is the third battle from the set. Yep, this team is pretty strong, guys. Let me tell you that. This team is very strong. So, we're battling Nashi. Okay. So, Runerigus versus Vigoroth. Very positive lead. It's a very long matchup because Shadow Claw is resisted. And Vigoroth's whole moveset is resisted with counter, body slam, and rock slide, everything. I think Vigoroth is a really good meta Pokemon, to be honest, when it comes to Specialty Cups. It's just its territory, It outpaces every Pokemon to the other side. So Rock Slide, as you can see, we are just chipping away the health, but these Sandtombs are likely going to be adding up right now because every Sandtomb will apply 2 stages debuff to my opponent, so which helps me to come up with the Runerigus on the top. And my opponent is not swapping out, unfortunately, but now they swap out into a Gligar. And now it's time to unleash the Dewgong. Come on, Dewgong, just show them what you got. So I'm going to just commit to the hard farm down here because Dig is not threatening a shield from the Gligar because Dewgong is just so bulky. See, I do not have a good PvP IV on the Dewgong, but it just does its job pretty well, right? So the Vigoroth is going to come in, and I'm going to decide to shield here, I guess. Yes, beautiful. I'm going to decide to shield here, and I want to throw off an Icy Wind, and either to get the Vigoroth out, or threaten a shield from the Vigoroth. So Vigoroth goes down, and we also have another Icy Wind ready to go. And remember, this is their last Pokemon as well. What I'm going to do here is, I'm going to go for an Icy Wind first, because this is the last Pokemon, and they can't clear the debuff, unfortunately. And now you're going to see that we can also make it to the drill run because of the Icy Wind debuff. Dewgong is an absolute monster of a threat. They still have 2 shields, but in this scenario, I think there's not a lot. This Lantern is getting debuff right and left and from the center as well. And there's just not a lot it could do. It's been debuffed by 2 stages. Not even 2 stages, I guess. 2 into stages, I guess. So this is just, you're going to see just, I'm going to just shield. It's just a surf anyway. Thunderbolt wouldn't have KO from that range, but I guess, come on, my opponent would have used some shields on the Vigoroth, I guess. Or what you want to do is, you want to save that Vigoroth or have a Pokemon for a sacrificial swap to clear the debuff or to catch the moves. That's the reason why I always keep low health Pokemons, because they act as a third shield. Or even they act as like clearing the debuffs here and there. So Runerigus comes on the lead versus a Charjabug. So Charjabug just exits the matchup straight away. But Charjabug absolutely can destroy my team here. Because my backline is weak to Charjabug, absolutely. So I'm going to come in with the Dragonite. I'm going to keep my Runerigus alive. And I start to load up on energy. And I almost force them for a CMP tie. And I just throw the Dragon Claw straight away. And the Jellicent just goes down. Okay. We have 1 shield down. And Charjabug is going to come in. I know Charjabug is going to come in. I guess we're going to make it to the Dragon Claw before they get to the Exeter in time. And we also win the CMP tie, I guess, here. This is very crucial. Because I can force a shield. Beautiful. And they also throw the energy, which is exactly what I need from this matchup. Because now we are even on shields. And there are still 2 volts which is away from another charge move. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go straight away for the Shadow Ball. No baiting game here for sure. Because if they no shield, it's all over for me. And Shadow Ball lands. Boom. Charjabug goes down. And in the back again. It's a Lantern. But this time, it's a Water Gun Lantern. So, Spark used to do a super effective damage. But Water Gun does nothing to Dewgong. It's just heavily resisted. And since it's just the last Pokemon which is on the field, I'm going to just shield the first move. Because that will be the hardest hitting move left in the game. And because of the Icy Wind debuff, the moves are going to do lot lesser now. And we're going to throw the Icy Wind. And they give up a shield. And it's just over from now, because Drill Run is going to just take the Lantern from here. Even the Thunderbolt, it's not threatening me. And we also have the Runerigus as well in the back. It can fire off couple of sand teams for sure, but the drill run is just likely to be enough. So that's why I'm telling you guys, please, Dewgong, it's not a Pokemon to sleep upon. Even though there are Vigorots, even though there's Fredilis, even though there are like fighting Pokemons out here and there, like let's say fighting moves like what we have, Dubwool, we have Dunsparce, normal type Pokemons with Rock Slide, but Dewgong just comes clutch. So Runerigus versus Alola and Ninetales. Now this is gonna be tough matchup here because Alola and Ninetales is gonna shred through my team if I don't take it out of the field from here. So I'm gonna go straight away for the Sand Tomb. I guess this is slight mistake from my end. I should build up to the Shadow Ball and then to the Sand Tomb, but my opponent shields anyway. So I got pretty much lucky out there, which is absolutely something which I need right now. I'm gonna just let the next Weather Ball go through because I can know I can make it to another Sand Tomb. And since they are debuffed by double stages now, in the defense, I can come in with the Dewgong and I can hard farm them down. But only thing what I should see is Dazzling Gleam is the only hard-hitting charge move left in the game. I guess they got to it in time because of the fast moves. And yes, it was a Dazzling Gleam, of course. So we take the Alola Ninetales out, and I'm going to swap straight away onto the Dragonite because it was an Ampharos. Now, unluckily for me, this Ampharos actually got to a charge move, which was the Brutal Swing, but it was not enough to take my Dragonite out, and they swap onto the Skeledirge. I'm like, no, what I'm doing here? But the Skeledirge is, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna throw straight away the Drill Run because I don't want the Skeledirge to be here because it can absolutely destroy my Dewgong. They no shield, boom, down goes the Skeledirge. In comes the Ampharos, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for the Icy Wind. Icy Wind is neutral, but what it does, it lowers the attack and it even gets the shield. Because now, this Brutal Swing or Thunder Punch, maybe Trailblaze as well, it's not going to be enough to threaten a shield. And due to that Icy Wind debuff, we're going to get to the Drill Run in time. And Dewgong is going to take the game against the Ampharos in all odds. And that is how you see you're going to make through this team. It's a really fun team. Please give it a try. And I'm going to see you in the next video.